I'm worried that something's happening beyond our comprehension. I feel like there's a bigger thing we're missing here that is... What are you doing?
Fakador told me to put this on. He gave this to me and said, put this on. I am assimilating you. I am taking over. Screenstalker is coming.
I really feel like the very fate of WrestleTalk is on the line. I'm gonna have to journey into the very heart of YouTube once again. But first, I'm gonna host this news.
Destroy WrestleTalk.
Thanks for your support, Ben. Hey now, you're a rock star. Haley. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk Super News. I'm Ollie Davis, wearing a different shirt than I was just now. Nothing like a new shirt. I change shirts all the time. We've got a Mucho Grande show for you today, including the latest on more stars leaving WWE, the real reason Charlotte was added to Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey, and a major WWE star having to vacate their championship. Click the timestamps in the video description below to jump to any of those stories right now. Also, press the thumbs up button, give us a subscribe to help us climb the hill to 1 million subscribers, and answer our question of the day down below. Do you think Dean Ambrose is leaving WWE? Because I'll be replying to people in the comments from out of nowhere. Over Royal Rumble weekend, Ambrose told WWE officials he'd be leaving the company when his contract expires in April. This quickly leaked online, prompting WWE to take the unprecedented step of announcing the news themselves. This is why Ambrose's reunion with his Shield brothers Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins on Monday's Raw was billed as the last time ever, because that phrase has so much weight in professional wrestling. You told me it was over, Sean! And Renee Young brought up for the first time on WWE TV that Dean is leaving the company, saying he's moving on to greener pastures, like he's a cow. It seems Ambrose will be involved in the Shield's farewell tour until he eventually departs, as they're being advertised for dates through to the end of April, with the Wells Fargo Arena's Facebook page promoting the Shield versus Baron Corbin's mid-card of evil for the 22nd of April Monday Night Raw. What a group of fearsome foes to go out against! This implies the Shield reunion isn't just a one-off thing for WWE Fastlane baby this Sunday, but will run through until the end of April, and possibly even longer, because even more rumors are surfacing that Ambrose isn't actually going to leave. Despite Dave Meltzer reiterating on Wrestling Observer Radio this week that Dean is definitely on his way out when his contract expires, Brian Alvarez noted he's heard backstage rumors amongst people behind the scenes in WWE that he'll be staying with the promotion. This follows on from Roman's reported comments to a fan at an autograph signing recently, where the big dog said that he would take care of Ambrose's WWE status, implying he's personally trying to change Dean's mind. Or he's gonna put a hit out on him. Thankfully, Bleeding Cooler here to clear things up, debating the eternal Schrodinger's Ambrose question. We must assume that Dean Ambrose is both staying with and leaving WWE at the same time, until his contract actually ends and he turns out to do one or the other. Thanks for clearing that up. Interestingly, Inside the Ropes has uploaded a clip of Paul Heyman talking about Ambrose's infamously disappointing match against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32, implying it was Dean's lack of effort rather than the beast that was at fault.
And the match with WrestleMania with Dean Ambrose, not a lot of people talk about it or have favourable memories about it, and whenever Dean Ambrose has been asked about it, he seems very frustrated with how the match went.
Oh, I'm sure Dean Ambrose is very frustrated with it. Is he frustrated with his own performance on the Stone Cold podcast? Ooh, what? Oh, what? I didn't insult him. I'm speaking the truth. You ask a question, you get an answer from me. Sorry that I'm being blunt. What the Come on. Did you see his performance on the Stone Cold podcast? Did it piss off Steve Austin? Did it piss you off too? And you think actually he didn't come into the match with Brock Lesnar with the same attitude? Ask Braun Strowman what happens when you take liberties with Brock Lesnar. Ask Randy Orton what happens when you take liberties with Brock Lesnar. Ask The Undertaker what happens when you take liberties with Brock Lesnar. If that's what happened, because I'm not telling you that's what it was, I'm just throwing out a conspiracy theory for you to think about. You mess with Brock Lesnar, the match is not going to be that good. You're just going to get your ass kicked. You're going to get stretched. You're going to get thrown around, dumped on your head, and Brock Lesnar's going to go out and eat dinner and call you a when it's all over. That's it. That's it.
Click the link in the video description below to check out the rest of that video on Inside the Ropes. And Ambrose isn't the only person, definitely, maybe, 80% fact, leaving WWE, as Rusev has also been hinting he won't be around for much longer too, replying to a fan who tweeted, "It was so awesome seeing you last night," about Rusev's run-in angle with Shinsuke Nakamura at the end of the Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the Bar match on this week's SmackDown. Rusev teased, "You might have seen the last of me too." One fan suggested Rusev should go back to NXT then to win their soon-to-be vacated top title, which the Bulgarian George Clooney revealed was what he was talking about all along. Or maybe not. That's what I was implying earlier. You figured it out. And then to clear up the confusion with more confusion, Rusev posted, "Don't read into it, but read into it. Does it make sense?" Rusev, you see, isn't just incredibly handsome, he also has a solid history of trolling fans about leaving WWE. A rather brave social media theme, considering how easy it is to get backstage heat in the company, and the current climate with numerous stars reportedly quitting to sign with All Elite Wrestling. Someone who most definitely is leaving WWE though, as he's now confirmed it himself, is legendary announcer Jim Ross. Speaking on his Ross Report podcast, JR revealed his WWE status while throwing some not so subtle shade at Vince McMahon's advisors. "My WWE contract after 26 years will expire on March 29th. After talking with Vince McMahon, we mutually agreed that I need to move on. I still want to play the game and stay busy. I still think I can do play-by-play, even though others who may surround Vince think I can't. I will not be returning to WWE." JR has hardly been used by WWE since re-signing with them in April 2017, an acquisition, along with Kurt Angle's, largely thought to be WWE's way of poaching talent from the new rival UK promotion WOS Wrestling, with the old tactic of "we'll employ you so nobody else can." It appears JR's patience has been exhausted though, as the wrestling business is currently even more competitive than it was 2 years ago, with AEW being backed by the billionaire Khan family. Ross has been linked with the new promotion from the very beginning, with his name being amongst the first reported by SE Scoops along with Chris Jericho and the Being the Elite crew. Interestingly, every other name mentioned in that report, apart from Bill Goldberg, who has been linked with the promotion since, has now been announced for the company. Despite dismissing those reports as eye-rolling on his podcast, however, Raja also claimed JR will be heavily involved, both on commentary and in a backstage capacity. Ross has now teased as much, saying, "I do plan on being busy and productive. I don't think I'll be out of work long." Sadly, another wrestling star is going to have to take a break from work, reportedly for a long time. Despite debuting on the main roster last month, current NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa hasn't properly featured on WWE TV since. PW Insider revealed his sudden absence was because of a neck injury he's been dealing with for at least 4 to 5 weeks, possibly longer. The Wrestling Observer added the original plan was to postpone fixing the issue until after his match with Johnny Gargano at the WrestleMania weekend takeover in New York, which would conclude their epic multi-year storyline, one of the best wrestling feuds ever. But now it appears the entire final act will need to be scrapped. After last Monday's Raw had to be rewritten last minute when Ciampa wasn't medically cleared to compete, dropping reported plans for him and Gargano to team in a 4-way match for the Raw Tag Team titles at Fastlane against The Revival, Ricochet and Aleister Black, and Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. WWE themselves have now confirmed Tommaso will have to undergo anterior cervical neck surgery today, the 7th of March. WrestleZone have reported the severity of the injury came as a shock backstage, with it being more serious than originally expected, claiming Ciampa is suffering from spinal stenosis, the condition that led to the retirements of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Sting, and Edge. While spinal stenosis can be worked through in younger performers, as Sheamus has reportedly been dealing with the condition for the last few years, Dave Meltzer writes that Ciampa's surgery means he's expected to miss anywhere between 6 to 14 months. And it's almost certain he'll have to vacate the NXT Championship he's held since last July. If it is spinal stenosis, the condition will most likely shorten his career. WWE have also removed Ciampa from all their events and several indie wrestling shows he was going to appear on. It creates a significant problem for the weekly NXT shows too. Much of the Gargano vs Ciampa feud has already been filmed at the NXT tapings back on the 20th of February, and last night's episode saw their DIY team advance against the Undisputed Era in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic in an incredible, albeit bittersweet match. NXT will have another set of tapings next Wednesday to film the rest of their weekly TV up until the TakeOver New York show, where the creative team reportedly already have a storyline drafted for dealing with the Ciampa situation and his eventual comeback. Sadly, this is the second time in his 3-year storyline with Gargano that Tommaso has been out with a significant injury, as he suffered a ruptured ACL in his right knee during the ladder match where he first turned heel on Johnny in 2017, putting him out for almost a year. It's this danger of injuries to top stars in major storylines that is reportedly one reason behind Charlotte being added to the Becky Lynch vs Ronda Rousey feud. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that as WWE talent gets hurt a lot more these days, the promotion tries to create backup plans for their major long-term storylines. By booking Charlotte, Ronda and Becky in the same feud, they could still do a singles match at WrestleMania if one of the three suffered an injury, a motivation possibly also caused by Lynch already having to be pulled from one match due to concussion back at Survivor Series. Okay, well that's the news over. Now I must journey into the heart of YouTube itself to find out what's going on with the Fakeador army and if the very existence of WrestleTalk is at risk. Okay, how did I get into YouTube last time? No, okay. YouTube! Enable YouTube! YouTube enable! Enable cookies! Enter YouTube segue. No, it didn't work. How can I get in there? Damn you, Pachiti! What did I do last time? I spoke to Great Wizard Nash, found the zombie beach ball, and the House of Bad Booking through a door. I must find a door. The door to YouTube. Here it is, the door to YouTube. I'm coming for you, truth. It's another door. I'll try that one. The corridor. So many doors, so many possibilities. YouTube? No. No. Hi, sorry. Aha! A minimalist abstract logo. This will be the place. This is really nice. No. Oh, no! Another wee in there later. Ugh! Thwarted! Cleaning cupboard or YouTube backend? No, 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 no. Haha! Damn it, it's the same room. It's the same room I started in. It's every door in the building. Where can YouTube be? I mean, maybe YouTube is in me. Or I could try that door one last time. Let's give that a go. Yep, okay, yeah, but always the last one you look at. Has Dolph Ziggler left WWE? Click the video on the right to find out and compete against me, Luke and Laurie in wrestling predictions this Sunday by joining the Wrestle League on Patreon. Just click the link down there where you can get your name in the credits too. I've been Ollie Davis and that was wrestling.